the totality of Srila Prabhupada's statements on the matter that we have available to us in recorded form. I shall appoint some of you. Is that called ritvik? Yes. Finished. Later in the same conversation, we find, well, I'll come back to that later. No, I won't come back to it. I'm going to deal with it right now. Later in this same tape, we find Srila Prabhupada saying, they are his disciples who is initiating, his grand disciples. The comment from Rupa Vilas Prabhu is, this statement by itself is hard to follow. I submit that this statement by itself is easy to follow. Spiritual master, disciple, grand disciple. It's very clear what's being talked about. You can't have a grand disciple unless the spiritual master initiated a disciple and that disciple initiated his disciple. That's how you get disciples, grand disciples, great-grand disciples, great-great-great-great-grand disciples, and so on. That comes up in the same conversation referred to. And Rupa Vilas's way with dealing with it is to say, gee, this is hard to follow, isn't it? I submit that it's not. What other evidence is there? There's a letter to Kirtananda Swami from Tamal Krishna Maharaj in which much has been made of the word henceforward, which means from now till some indeterminate time in the future. And it's alleged, without much to go with it, that this meant this was probably another definitive statement, another really impressive piece of evidence that this was supposed to go on till eternity. Finally, we have some final dicta, some final words from Sripad B.R. Sridhar Maharaj. What impresses me about the evidence, about this piece of evidence, is that it indicates how desperate you are for evidence. If I'm looking for evidence, the last evidence I'm going to use is evidence from a person I previously blasted all over my publication. After I've previously argued that we've made the greatest mistake in the world by going to this person, that he's unfit in so many ways, to then go back and say, and here's some really good evidence for you. My goodness, what does it mean about the evidence available? It means that it's scanty as anything, and you're reaching the bottom of the barrel. By that I don't mean to discredit Sripad Sridhar Maharaj by saying when you go to evidence that you've rejected, or from a source you've rejected, and then come back and say, well, here's a good source of evidence, what does it mean? Either you accept a source of evidence as an authority, or you reject it. You don't pick and choose at your whim. Now, counter evidence. The first question that might legitimately be asked is put by Rupa Vilas Prabhu. It appears on page 10 of Vedic Village Review. The first challenge to a ritvik system may come. What is the precedent for such an arrangement in our Gaudiya Sampradaya? You don't have